I was asked to give a pitch about and to introduce the session of tomorrow. And I will keep it relatively short because we are running out of time. And the second reason is Tracy already showed a lot of pictures of Rotterdam, so I can skip that one. And to be honest to you, up till a few months ago, I was, as an adaptation officer of the Delta city of Rotterdam, I was not really busy with heritage. And well, I think for several reasons. One of the reasons is we were able to get adaptation on the agenda. And I'm a lucky guy. A few years ago, we had the opportunity to have a huge event called the Rotterdam Architectural Biennial, and the theme was the flood. And we were able to develop a long-term, well, relatively wild vision called the Rotterdam Water City 2035. And from that moment on, it was already in 2005, this created a kind of a paradigm shift. Up till 2005, people, also the civil servants and the politicians, they thought, okay, water is important, but it's also a problem. We see it as a threat, and it's costing money, it's costing space, extra space in the city. But with this vision, this long-term vision, we showed everybody that we have blue gold in our hands. It's an opportunity. It's adding quality to your city. It's in our genes, and we should use it. Houses with on a waterfront are 20% higher, so it's also adding economical value to your city. So skip the fact that water is a problem. Just go for it and see it as an opportunity. And of course we have to create more water storage, as Tracy showed with the examples. But we are doing it in a way that it's contributing a quality to the city and attractiveness and more economical value. And that's, I think, smart also to do with heritage. So I have to admit, I hadn't thought about this smart combination yet. Maybe because Rotterdam is a relatively modern city. But tomorrow we will hear stories from Angkor in Cambodia and Recife in Brazil, Venice, Bangkok, and of course Amsterdam with his huge cultural heritage center. And I think it's important to find out, if we can find out a mechanism within our coastal and delta cities to address adaptation. And if we are able to address adaptation on the political agendas, we are able to get our heritage protected. And if we do not succeed, I think the delta cities in the world, which belong to the most vulnerable places in the world, and places where the risks are increasing because of growth of the population, because of a growth and increase of economical values, these risks become higher. And if the heritage in these cities will be damaged, there will also be a loss of economical value, a loss of tourists and a loss of income. So protecting heritage is, I think, important. And we can use adaptation for this. So I think we can work towards a kind of a symbiotic relationship between the topics of heritage and water management and climate adaptation. Not to forget spatial planning, because I think spatial planning is in between those. That spatial planning is a discipline that we all need to get our cities protected, but also to get our heritage protected. And a final word about the network connecting delta cities. I think through this network we are able to upscale the things that we work out tomorrow in the workshop. To be honest, already in June there were 23 delta cities in Rotterdam talking about how to implement the adaptation in these cities, and we were already able to put heritage as a topic for the coming years on the agenda. So that's done. But how to get it to keep it on the agenda, and what it's really meaning to put it into practice, that's the thing that we want to focus on tomorrow. And maybe a first chance to talk about this is a next conference in September next year about deltas and delta cities in times of climate change. and we were also able to put heritage as a topic on this Delta conference. So we have some things already set up and lined up, and I think well, the things that were coming out tomorrow in the session are important and can be addressed in these events which are now already on the calendar. So I'm looking forward to a fruitful session, and I hope I will see you all. I don't think that's possible, but a lot of you tomorrow to attend the workshop. Thank you.